もう来てもいい頃よ。どっちが先に到着するか賭けでもする？
I'll bet Erica arrives first.
エリカが遅くなるのはともかく、エンジェもずいぶん遅くなったわね。
Oh no, I heard they had a good problem.
一体どこの深淵に突き落としてたやら。
失礼ね。ちゃんとソファーに紅茶でくつろいでもらってたわよ。ベルンカステル教の好む紅茶がエンジェの口に合うと良いのだがな。
Yeah, probably not.
確かにな。
失礼ね。誰の口にだって合うわよ。エリカなんか、私の紅茶はポットの最後の一滴からお味噌の壺の底まできれいに舐めとるわよ。
I think if you put it anywhere, she'd lick it up if you ordered her to.
なぜそこで味噌が出てくるのか、大いに疑問だぜ。
それにしても、エリカか。あやつとは久しぶりの再会になるな。
It'll be a reunion, let's put it that way. I won't say long awaited, it'll just be a reunion. I don't know if she's over the whole wedding thing. Usually, girls don't like their wedding crashed like that. I'll just go on a limb there and say that.
そういえばそうだな。名探偵殿があのベルンカステルのゲームを解くのにどの程度の時間をかけるのか。
2 minutes.
見ものだぜ。
あの子は得意よ。こういうゲームは。多分、上から下までを3度も読んだら、もう答えを出しちゃうんじゃない？
I only read it once. Fuck you, Erica. If I'd read it 3 times, I probably would have been able to say the answer right away.
だろうな。
If I'd read it again, I probably would have. Because I was having confusion and I didn't because I didn't know the rules going into it. Burn. If I'd had the rules going straight into it, I would have done a little bit better. Probably. I would have paid more attention, probably, as well.
正解を5万円で語る。あいつの顔を早く見てやりたいぜ。
Oh, yeah. Can't get enough of that smug look.
いやいや、それどころかあやつのこと。いろいろとへりくつをつけて、バトラ一家以外にも犯行は可能だなどと言いかねんぞ。
Wow, can you read the future?
だな。むしろ正解よりその自信たっぷりのへりくつが聞きたい気分だ。
Apparently, Battler and Beata were looking forward to their friendly reunion with Erica. They had already dueled with Erica in 2 separate games, but now that there was no distinction between foes and allies, they truly wanted to welcome her to this party after the show as a friend.
それにしてもちょっと意外な感じ。
Oh no, I don't know if I could just welcome her back. I think it would just be a little awkward.
何が？
だってあんたがこんなにもあっさりエンジェを解放するなんて。
That's cute. Making sure that Battler and the others couldn't see her face, Delta snickered.
そんなに意外？
ええ、意外よ。ベルンのことだから解放せずに次々とバトラに難問を突きつけていじめ抜いたり、あるいはエンジェにおかしなことを吹き込んでゲームを最後にかき回してくれる程度のことはするんじゃないかと思ってた。
Wow, can you read the future as well?
ベルンのことを世界で誰よりも知っているつもりでいたのに。
You do.
予想が外れてがっかりよ。
Well, this is gonna be awkward.
言うわね。でも安心して。やはりあんたは私のことを世界で一番理解しているのは間違いないのだから。
Don't underestimate Burn.
そりゃそうよ。
I mean, you guys are around each other long enough.
このラムダデルタ様は全宇宙で一番ベルンのことを愛してて大好きで理解しちゃってるんだから。
I don't doubt it. Lambda Delta was flustered by Burn's apparently friendly words, which were very rare coming from her.
バトラ様。
Some cat came in.
ご歓談中、失礼いたします。エンジェ様がお帰りになります。
Damn it, I lost my bet.
おお、帰ってきたか。よかった。無事か。
雨に少し濡れてしまったようで、今、熊沢がタオルを用意しております。
When Battler heard this, he breathed a sigh of relief. Then he turned to face Byrne, showing her a forced smile as though apologizing for still suspecting her just a little. Byrne showed no reaction and simply continued to wear a blank expression with a slight smile.
エンジェ様のお帰りでございます。
ただいま。
Well, at least you aren't all pissy.
バトラ、エンジェが帰ったぞ。
エンジェ、よかった。心配したぜ。
Worried enough to go out in the rain and look for. Oh, wait. She stared at Battler as he dashed towards her with a relieved smile. Angie's expression seemed somehow indifferent.
バトラったらね、あんたのことを私が鎖か何かで岩牢に吊るしてたとでも思ったみたいよ。
Yeah, just mentally.
いやいや、そこまでは思ってなかったぜ。
ベルンカステルの友人の家で紅茶をごちそうになってただけよ。なかなか美味しかったわ。
味噌とか梅干しは入ってなかったか？
Oh my god. Yes.
入ってるわけないでしょ。
As Angie spoke bluntly, she walked right past her brother and exchanged a few whispered words with Byrne.
どうしたバトラ？
God, children that age, what are you gonna do with them?
ああ、いや、なんでもない。
If he'd said that he was lonely because his little sister was being so cold, Beato would either laugh at him or scratch him. After all, Angie was a girl at that age. She might be in a bad mood for some reason that a boy like him couldn't understand. That's just little kid drama. And also the idea that it was implanted in her mind that her brother's manipulating her, but yeah, one or the other. Taking note of this and having satisfied himself that Angie was okay, he made to walk away.
バトラ、エンジェが呼んでいるぞ。
She is?
ああ、すまん。
さっきから呼んでるわよ。無視しないで。
Hey, lose the attitude, little girl. You're like 8. You don't get to talk to me like that.
別に無視してたわけじゃねえぜ。
Drop it.
なんだよ、お前。
Okay, I might be a little too harsh on a little kid.
さっきから機嫌が悪いぞ。
大方、ベルンカステル教に珍しい紅茶とでも偽られて、おかしなものを飲まされたせいだろう。
あんたに用はないわ。ちょっと引っ込んでて。お兄ちゃんと二人で話がしたいの。
そうはいかぬぞ。わらわはこう見えても領主夫人。
Yeah, she kind of has that
バ
right.
トラに関してはすでにそなたよりもわらわの方が。
悪い、ベアト。少しだけ席を外してくれるか。
Okay then. By now, Battler realized that Angie's issues was more than just a slight bad mood. Beato puffed out her cheeks as though she wanted to say something more. However, she just let it out with a sigh and walked away.
これでいいか。
ええ。だってこれは私とお兄ちゃんのゲームでしょ。プレイヤーは私、ゲームマスターはお兄ちゃん。私たちの間にいくつ駒が入り込もうと、結局は私とお兄ちゃんとの直接の戦いであることに何の変わり。
まあ、確かに俺がゲームマスターだが、別にお前と戦ってるわけじゃないぞ。この最後のゲームは、お前を1986年の六軒島に招待するために開いた。
ゲームは勝敗を決するために行われるものよ。敵と味
Okay.
方が揃って初めてゲームと呼ぶ。
I think you have been hanging around Byrne a little bit too much.
そこをごまかさないで。
お前、何を言い出すんだ。
I mean, Battler, you should easily tell that this is Byrne's logic coming through here. She just got through that diatribe talking to you about that kind of idea.
すっかり騙されていたわ。私も最初はお兄ちゃんが1986年のあの日に招待してくれるのだと思ってた。
Be grateful. I
で
didn't
も
have to show
違
you
う。
anything.
これは全部お兄ちゃんの茶番じゃない。
Wrong.
ハマったるい物語でお茶を濁して私を煙に巻いて。
If I wanted to leave you confused, I wouldn't show you anything. Why show you anything in the first place?
孤独な未来へ安っぽい温かさを手土産に追い返そうとしているだけじゃない。私は最初から求めてるわ。あの日
六軒島で何があったのか。
Well, if I told you, there's no way to know for sure.
それに対するお兄ちゃんの答えがこのゲーム。
What's your answer? Nothing, because you have no idea what happened that day. No, neither does anyone else know what happened on that day because no one lived past that day except one person.
この甘ったるい幻想パーティー。
And she's dead and never gave those secrets to anyone.
私の問いに対するお兄ちゃんの答えはもはや明白だわ。私は真実が知りたい。そしてお兄ちゃんに教える気はない。
エンジェいいか、そうじゃない。
ごまかさないで。これは私とお兄ちゃんの最後の戦いのゲームだったのよ。私はあの日の真実を求める。そしてお兄ちゃんはあの日の真実を幻想で覆い隠そうとしてる。何も変わらない。お兄ちゃんとベアトが戦ってた時と何も構図は変わらないのよ。
I think someone needs a little nap.
もうすぐで私はお兄ちゃんに全てをうやむやにされたままゲーム版を追い出されるところだった。
Because someone seems like they didn't get their sleep.
おあいにくね。私はもうこのゲームは私とお兄ちゃんの戦いであることを理解してるの。
Again, if it was a battle, wouldn't I leave you with absolutely nothing to go on? There's plenty of stuff to go on if this was truly a game and a battle. I mean, my objective, if I were to confuse someone, is not show them anything and tell them nothing about that day, because then they're grasping in the dark. They have nothing to go on. I wouldn't show them anything if my true objective was to confuse them. Or I'd show them the exact opposite of what happened if I truly wanted to confuse them. And this isn't the exact opposite, because some characters are acting normal and the same. So it's not the exact opposite. By exact opposite, I'd mean like, you know, Genji goes on a power-hungry trip with, you know, George leading the charge, and Jessica and Battler right next to him, and have them kill everyone else. And, you know, then the bomb goes off, and it's just completely wild and doesn't make any sense at all. You know, George ends up killing Shannon, the one he loved. Jessica ends up killing the Cannon, the boy she loves. And they just go crazy, kill each other's parents, like their own parents, for, you know, bullshit petty reasons. All this stuff just because it's completely doesn't make sense at all. I do that to confuse someone.
もうこれ以上は簡単に騙せると思わないことね。
I wouldn't give them this. This is because this doesn't do anything. It doesn't confuse anyone. It doesn't give any information or take away any. By showing them completely false information in the fact of horribly misleading stuff by characters and changing how characters react and act. And he's not having any death as well, which is a big difference. Me having deaths in very unusual ways would cause the confusion. Or, again, my main way is just not have anything, and truly leave someone in the dark. I think that's the best way to do it, personally, but what do I know? Angie's a little kid who knows this better than anyone else. Angie's shout tore apart the peaceful atmosphere. The family members and fantasy residents gulped and watched the scene, wondering what was going on. Beato tried to run up to Battler, but he motioned for her to stay back.
何が望みなんだ。
最初からただ一つ。1986年の
I
六
don't.
軒島の真実。
You can have the truth. I'm gonna go have my drink with some 7 sticks of purgatory. Because that's infinitely more interesting than the truth right now to me.
それだけを私は求めてる。
Maybe more than one drink. I don't know.
真実は猫箱の中に封じられてる。
I want to keep that cat box closed. Don't open the box. Don't open it. It's not worth it. There's not enough imperative reason to open said box. There is nothing in there that will lead to happiness. It will only be sadness and depression. That is all that lies in that box, and it is not worth touching.
猫箱の外のお前にはたどり着けない。
Ouch.
だからこの甘ったるい幻想で私をごまかそうと。
確かにこれは幻想だ。だがお前にこの楽しい雰囲気を。あの日あの島で何があったかじゃない。お前が忘れてしまった 親族会議の温かな雰囲気を思い出してほしかったんだ。
それはお兄ちゃんが押し付ける一方的な幻想よ。
I never said you had to sit here and listen to it or believe it. He's never forced that upon her. Because when she walked away, he said, okay, well, can you just listen? You don't have to actually believe in it. Or he didn't say that, but he just said, can you just listen? You don't have to interact with the game at all. Just listen.
私はそれを断固拒否する。拒絶する。
That's fine if you do. But it still doesn't change the fact that it's still a tale.
1986年の真実など存在しない。猫箱の中は虚無だ。お前はありもしないものを求めて。
私はもう騙されないわよ。存在するのよ、あの日の真実は。それは唯一の生還者によって書き残され現存している。
Balor's expression faltered for just an instant, and Angie didn't miss it. So he was hiding it after all. Oni-chan has been hiding the book of the single truth from me.
エヴァおばさん、あんたが死んでから私は初めて感謝するわ。あんたがしっかりとあの日の真実を書き残してくれていたおかげで、私は真実を知る最後の機会を得た。
I will still die laughing if all that's in there is just a giant fucking troll.
エンデちゃん聞いて。あの日記はおばさんのデタラメが書いてあるだけで何の意味も。
Yeah, you also are reading something from someone who lost their entire family. It's not going to be coherent.
ごまかしは不要よ。あんたの日記にはあの日の真実が記されていると。
I don't care. Fuck the red. Fuck the red. After this whole story, fuck the red. I don't give a goddamn shit about the red. Fuck it. I hope that book is... I still want it to be just nothing.
すでに赤き真実で断じられているのよ。
Because unless they've read it, they actually don't know what it is. Because their whole red truth, it only affects the world of the witches, right? It's not in the real world. The red can't prove anything in the real world unless they've read it. They haven't read it because it's never been opened before. So there's an impossibility that they'd know this at all. It makes sense for a game master to be able to proclaim red because they know the underpinnings of the world. There's no way someone can know what's inside that book without reading it or having it open. Because they would already know the truth at that point. If they can say in red that this is the truth, why don't they just say what it is instead? What's this whole point of questing for it when they could just say what it is? So this whole idea of the red truth proving it doesn't make much sense. I know, like, the whole idea is the red, you don't need proof to back it up, it's just an absolute statement. I can make an absolute statement and it'd be quote-unquote true, because there's no way to disprove it. You know, I am flipping you off right now. That's in red. You don't know I am, but you just have to assume I am saying that is to be true. Just like this red truth. I have the Book of Infinite Knowledge and I'll never share it with anyone. It is the Book of Infinite Knowledge because I know it is. There's no way to know that it's not because you can't disprove it. I mean, come on. Come on now. I reject your red truth.
ゲームマスターのバトラ以外の誰が赤き真実を使えるというのか。
アウアウローラね。
Oh well.
正解よ。一なる真実の章は1998年という未来世界の存在。
And again, unless she's read it, she can't speak to the validity of said truth.
その中身に赤き真実で保証を与えるという大役が他の誰にできるっていうの。ベルーンカステルは全てを教えてくれたわ。
Of course you have. I couldn't tell.
私はもうお兄ちゃんに騙されない。
Because the thing is, you're extremely impressionable because you just go along with whatever the last person's told you, and you just hang on to that and believe it. You don't think for yourself critically. Because you took everything Battler said literally, and then you get pissed because you took everything that you said that Battler said literally. Now you're taking everything Burn says and just applying it to the same spectrum. You're not thinking about this properly and critically. You're getting emotional. You're not stepping back.
私が欲しいのは甘ったるい幻想じゃない。
But once you get to the truth, you don't get the option. You have the option before you now of having the hope that you can just shield yourself from whatever might be in the book, good or bad. Because there is a large spectrum of things that can be in that book that you want and don't want. It could be all things you don't want and will ruin your life forever. Or it could be all things, good things you like, hey, everyone actually made it out, they're just lying low because it's a giant conspiracy. That's the good stuff. It's not going to be on that side. It's going to be on the extremely horrible side, and you're never going to be able to live with yourself. If you never open it, you can believe all of the good stuff without having to acknowledge the bad stuff that might be in it. I'd say, hedge your bets. Don't open the book. I don't. I will make my own truth, and that will be my reality. Nothing outside of that nothing can change that from me unless they forcefully cram the book into my brain. I just won't comprehend the words on the page. Even if they open and shove it into my face, I just won't comprehend it, and I'll deny it.
そしてそれをいくら1986年のお兄ちゃんが覆い隠そうとも1998年の私には暴くことができる。なぜなら1986年のベアトリーチェがお兄ちゃんで、私は1998年のベアトリーチェだから。
And on the Beatrice of some other time, and I say keep the book closed. In red, keep it closed. Oh, let me guess, Erica's showing up. A cyclone rose up around Angie. It was a golden swirl of gold butterflies, just like the Golden Witch Beatrice. Oh, hey, Angie. What the fuck?
1998年の最後の黄金の魔女エンジェ・ベアトリーチェ。
What the fuck? I mean, it's an interesting aesthetic, let's put it that way. The whole veil thing, I mean, I would say it would look better if it was all black. For like a type of funeral and being like dead and all that, I think the aesthetic of it being black would be better. I don't know. It's a thing. Hey, guess what? I'm from the future more. Fuck you. The cyclone of gold broke apart, and as gold leaves scattered across the room, the final witch who would inherit Beatrice's name in the future appeared.
ベアトリーチェ、あんたは黄金と無限の魔女、私は違う黄金と真実の魔女。いかなる幻想も私を拒むことはできないわ。
Can you just start making up titles? Because then I'd constantly do that. Just every time I introduce myself to someone, I just make up a new title.
さあ、お兄ちゃんの退屈なパーティーはもうおしまい。
I'm the witch of titles.
ここからは私のパーティーになるわ。
Fuck your party. No, this is a nice party. Don't get rid of my 7 steaks.
パーティーを賑わせるゲームだって用意してきた。
No, not another one.
よろしくね、エヴァおばさん。え？
When Angie snapped her fingers, she vanished along with the swirl of gold butterflies. In her place in the middle of the cyclone, a girl wearing a dress appeared, bowing modestly. Oh, hey. God, is the time where I say, like, Ava's witch design looks a little bit better. Ugh, darn. Oh no, I'm just not a big fan of it, I guess.
失礼しちゃう話よね。私にだけパーティーの招待状がないなんて。
Yeah, there's a reason for it.
そなた、エヴァ。
私は六軒島の唯一の生還者。
Can I get my guards to remove her?
そして1986年から1998年まで黄金と無限の魔女を名乗る未来の魔女。バトラ君の甘ったるい幻想なんて未来の世界では湖面に落ちる一粒の雪より儚いわ。
If it's a frozen lake, it's very strong.
楽しんでちょうだい。さあさあ思い出してごらんなさい。あなたたちの無限の推理を。
When Ava held her hand to the heavens, light gathered there and took the form of a bottle. Yes, a bottle. A glass bottle with no label. There was no alcohol inside. Damn! Sealed within it was a fragment that left off a pale, sinister light.
バトラー、それはまずい。
Kill it!
割らせてはならぬ。
Ah, too late.
さあショータイム。
The bottle was slammed against the floor and smashed to pieces. God damn it, Stakes, where the hell are you? You're supposed to be doing my bidding. As soon as the fragment within it touched the outside air, it flashed white and burst. At first, it seemed that nothing had happened. However, Ava grinned at them, before becoming a cloud of butterflies and vanishing. Couldn't to think of it, Byrne was gone as well. Yeah, she's done her job.
何をしやがったんだ。
I don't know. Bad stuff?
おそらく未来の世界より持ち帰ったかけらだ。未来の猫箱の中身とでも言おうか。
つまりどういうことだ。
I don't know.
なんだ。
We're getting attacked! At that moment, they heard a thundering roar. It was as though large chunks of hull had started falling everywhere. An earthquake accompanied that noise, and the whole mansion creaked. Dust began to fall from the ceiling. Oh god, who's gonna... Genji, can you start cleaning? At the same time, it seemed as though the curtain-covered window glowed with a pale light.
一体何事だというの？
キリエ、外。何よあれ。
Everyone rushed to the window in response to her voice. Of course, Battler and Beato went too. What the fuck? Then they drew the curtains, looked at the scene outside, and were stunned into silence. I wouldn't say beautiful, I'd say... Armageddon? What the fuck's going on? Genzo's voice, words spoke for the first impression felt by all who looked out the window. I don't want to get impaled by a fragment.
美しいものが無害とは限らねえ。
美しいなんとかにはトゲがあるのはお約束ね。
Though everyone found the scene beautiful, it gave them all a feeling of impending misfortune. Outside the window, countless small objects, pale, glowing fragments of crystal lay strewn about everywhere like fallen hail. The word fantastical perfectly summed up the scene that lay before them in the glowing rose garden.
今あそこ何か動いた。
Oh, that's probably Erica.
おい、あそこに誰かいるぜ。いや、あれ。あの光るかけらから人影が生え出してる。
What?
煉獄の七姉妹、戦闘態勢。
With those words of Lucifer, everyone finally realized that they were surrounded by danger. Oh, it's just goats. One by one, the countless fragments shook and burst, and large dark bodies rose up from the inside each. They were giants with goat heads. One after another, they appeared from the inside of broken fragments. Those fragments lay all over the rose garden in vast numbers and made the ground glow, so that everyone inside was forced to shudder.
45全集警戒。
レーダーが真っ白です。ジャミングされてるか、もしくは乱反射無数、敵数確認不能。
Start firing, then. Even if she said this, the glowing rose garden outside the window was being filled with giant goats. The fragments carrying the goats weren't just in the rose garden. They were spread evenly across the entire island. Not just the rose garden, but the entire area around the mansion was being covered with goats by now.
緊急。包囲されたものと申し上げ立てまつる。
見りゃわかるぜ。見りゃよ。
Thanks, Rudolph. Rudolph would be the best general.
どうするの、バトラー。
Fight.
招待状がねえ客なら、こいつら何者なんだ。
Seven sisters get working. Rabbit girls start firing some arrows.
ベアトのとこの従者ってわけじゃなさそうだな。
ヤギの姿はこのゲーム版の駒の形を模倣しただけのことでしょう。リーチやリーヤの眷属じゃない、もっと厄介な何かよ。
なるほど、ボトルメッセージの具現化というわけですか。
That's a lot of messages within the bottles.
ボトルメッセージ。ベアト。
違う。こいつは未来の住人たちの妄想のかけらだ。
猫箱はそのうちに無限を秘める。その結果、箱の外の住人たちはその中身を無限に想像することが許される。
Oh, they represent any possibility. Oh, great.
その無限の妄想がこやつらの正体だろう。あのヤギたちは私たちをどうするつもりでしょう。
Probably eat you up and kill you.
仲良く握手ができる雰囲気には見えへんで。
God damn it, Hideyoshi.
あいつらは私たちがこの島でどんな惨劇が繰り広げられたかを勝手にでっち上げてはルフして回る最悪の例。私が真実を語らないことを面白がり、勝手に次々と惨劇を生み出して。
Well, I mean, they did that because you didn't give them an answer and clear things up for them. Though theoretically speaking, if you gave an answer, they probably wouldn't be satisfied and would still make speculations about it. So I mean, it kind of feeds into itself. The more you don't say it, talk about an issue or event, the more people are going to speculate about it. The more you talk about it, the more people are going to speculate about it. People are never happy.